Clay McKinney Developer On-Ramp Introduction to CSS for Developers. This is the part about typography, and in this video we are going to download a font from Google and use it as our heading font just for this page. It'll be fun. Alright, so let's go. We're going to Google for Google Fonts. Here we go. Google Fonts. And there's a bunch of them here, and they're categorized, and they have all sorts of things you can search by. I just want to pick one, so I'm going to pick this one. Okay, now it shows you down here at the bottom that you have one selected, or if you selected several, that you could have a bunch of them in one link. Alright, I'm going to click that. And I'm going to click here to preview and share. Okay, and then it tells you how to do it. It says to embed these fonts into a web page, copy this code into the head section of your HTML document. Well, we know how to do that. Unfortunately, we've got a bunch of HTML documents, and we don't yet have an easy way to do this to all of them. So you got something to look forward to. The way I would do this normally is in my back end, I would have a template that has the HTML things that appear on every single page of my website. So even if my website had 100,000 pages, they could all have the same links in the head, and I wouldn't have to paste it 100,000 times. I would just change my server-side template. You could also do the exact same thing with a single-page application, like if you were going to learn Angular or React or something like that. But we haven't done that. So I can only paste this. I can either paste this on all the pages in the whole site, or I can paste it in one of them as an example and then get rid of it. So I think I'll do that. Alright, we're going to paste this. I'm going to put it in the head section above my CSS link in my index page. Alright, so here's my head section of my HTML. Here's my link for my styles. Now if I paste it here, it's going to download this font before it downloads this style sheet, theoretically, or at least it'll get started on it. Okay, so now my index page has this font available, and the font is called Liujian Mao Chao. That's my best guess, I'm sorry. Alright, so we're going to copy this rule, this little declaration that the font family is that font, and it's a cursive font. So it's not really a serif font or a sans serif font, it's a cursive font. A cursive font means that it looks like handwriting. There's also something called a fantasy font, which just looks wild and crazy. Alright, so I've copied that, and we're going to put that in our rule for H1s instead of Times New Roman. We're going to use that font. Okay, so this is going to work. This is only going to work on the index page because that's the only one I changed. So let's go look at it. Let's see which. Okay, this is the index page. So I'll refresh. Isn't that fun? So there's all these wild and crazy fonts out there, and there's a lot of ways to do this. But Google Fonts is one way. It's a great way to start. And they're very fast and very cool. And I mean, this kind of thing, that honestly, I used to make all sorts of headlines in Photoshop because that was the only way I could get cool fonts. It's so much better now that that we can download the fonts, that there are so many open source fonts available to use for free, and it's not hard to do. It's just, what a world. What a world. Okay, so that was fun. All right, I'll see you next time.